Well, I don't think you can argue with the lad's career.
I mean, as a manager though, Paul. Not. I mean, obviously as a player, he's up there with the all-time greats.
Yeah. As a manager, you'll never get experience until you win, Rob. That's the beauty about it. Whatever level you're at, you have to get thrown into the deep end of it and try and swim. That's what you have to do. Stephen will be able to handle the size of the club because he's been at big clubs. I don't think that'll be a problem to him. The little thing you probably have to get your head around is you might not win as many games as what you do at Rangers. That's what you have to get your head around. Yeah. That you might not win the amount of games you can get. Aston Villa, I think, expect to be in that top half of the league, really.
Do you have a gut feeling, Paul, about whether he's ready to leave Rangers and go for this?
I think he's ready. I think he's proven it. The thing of being at Rangers or Celtic is when you play for the big clubs or you're at the big clubs, you know the demands of them. So when you go anywhere else, it becomes, I'm not saying easier, but you know how to handle a lot of things. And Steven's played at a high level with Liverpool. He knows the demands of it. I don't see that being a problem to him, Rob, as in handling the whole situation, regardless if he's won trophies or not at Rangers. He's won obviously the league, which is fine. But that everything is his own playing career will stand him in good stead for it.
Paul, do you think Steven Gerrard will see the Rangers job as he might just feel like it's a job unfinished in terms of the way they won the league last year? He'll want to, the fans certainly won't want him to leave, and I think Steven will probably feel he'll want to prove that he wants to win a second title, and he might just feel that we know what's at stake. It's straight into the Champions League for the winners this season in Scotland. That's the way I see it. That's why I'm siding towards him staying on at Rangers, certainly till the end of the season.
John, listen, it could go that way, but I just think if you're waiting for that Liverpool job to come up, which I don't know if he is, but going into Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp, you think, how do you replicate that? That's nigh an impossibility to do it. Goes to Aston Villa, he's got a clean slate. Does he want to win another title with Rangers? He probably does, but the lure of the Premiership, as you know, it's vast, and it's vast for him with his profile, the prestige it goes with the Premier League. And when do you get the opportunity again? Because nobody ever knows if the opportunity is going to arise again.
Yeah, well, it's only speculation at the minute. Anyway, now the Rangers have come out and confirmed they've not had an official approach. Do you see that approach coming? Maybe in the next 24 hours?
I do. I see it. I see it coming.
Too much talk, isn't it? Too much talk.
Too much smoke going. Really, I think that it's no there. I think there's something, obviously. And the thing about Steven, I think, is that he's played at the highest level. He's managed now at a massive club. Is he ready? Only time will tell that he can go and do it.
Paul, if you were a manager of Celtic, if I'm trying to put the shoe on the other foot, and you were top of the league, you had a cup semi-final coming up, you had Europa League progression within your grasp, would you leave and go on and be manager of Aston Villa?
I think if I'd probably done what you'd won the title beforehand, I think if you'd done that, you'd have to be asked that question and it puts you in the corner of do it or not. It's probably similar to the way Brendan was doing it. Brendan obviously went and had done fabulous at Leicester, so Stephen might take that same view. Would I do it? If I'd been at Celtic 3 or 4 years, what Stephen had, you'd probably think I'm going to have a crack at the Premiership.
Is it fair to say, Paul, that there's a lot more doubt at the moment than there was 3 or 4 months ago about Rangers winning back-to-back titles? They were, for a lot of people, I think, because of the mess Celtic were in, they were a stick-on, and you were thinking, right, it's a game changer financially for any team up here. Despite their financial clout, it's a game changer just because of the riches that would come with getting a straightforward entry into the Champions League group stages. But I think Ange Postecoglou has surprised a lot of people, hasn't he, with how he's managed to reshape Celtic in pretty quick time. And there's probably, would you agree that there's a bit more doubt about the title now than there was at the start of the season?
Well, 100%. I've always said it, Rob. It's easy to be the hunter and what it is, the hunted all the time. And when you're the hunted, you look over your shoulder. Rangers 100% are doing it because you know Celtic are hovering around there. Hearts are doing pretty well as well. They expect Hearts to be round about the top come the end of it. Yeah, they'll probably do it. I don't think they'll win it. I think it will become either Celtic or Rangers will get it. But Andrew's, he's got them playing. He's definitely got them playing, and they'll probably strengthen again in January. And you're looking at Celtic and Rangers at the minute. It's an even run race at the minute. It's not as what it was last year where the gap was too big. But Andrew's went in there and sorted it. Probably the hardest time any Celtic manager could go in, really, and he's done a great job up until now.
That's some attacking combination they've got, Paul, isn't it, at the moment?
Oh, the front three lads, I think, are on fire. The three lads, I mean, they look lively, they look threatening. They look as if they've got a good spirit about them, Celtic, I think, at the minute. But to be fair to Rangers, they're getting the results, probably without playing their best kind of football at the minute. So they're doing that side of it really well. But Celtic, to me, look as if the team that's got a little bit of a spring in their step.
Paul, you said there that you can see Celtic strengthening in the January window. What do you think they need? What would you be looking at position wise?
I still think they need fullback, John. I still need to look at that fullback area. I really do. I know the lad Ralston's done well. Whether it's the boy Taylor or the lad, the Croatian lad,
Juranovic,
yeah. Yeah. I still think they need to strengthen that. Middle of the pitch is another area that if Callum gets injured or the lad Turnbull gets injured or Rogic, there's no too many supplements to go back into there in that area of the pitch. So maybe he's looking at that. The striking department, I think you get the big lad, the Greek lad,
Giakoumakis.
Yeah, and they've also got the Kyogo who can't do nothing wrong. He's a bigger hit than you were. So I'm trying to make you feel better.
The club have got to certainly back the manager, Paulie.
We knew you didn't mean it though, Paul.
Yeah, they have to back him. Yeah,
especially if he keeps this performance going. I think that's when you're at your strongest. And I'm pretty sure the club will back him that way, because I don't think Celtic won't want to lose another title, that's for sure. January's
going to be fascinating, Paul, isn't it? The transfer window, because Celtic will go in again. You would imagine that. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right in terms of the midfield, but certainly defensively they need to strengthen that area, because at the moment they're basically scoring more goals than the opposition, but they're leaking too many as that they would be happy with. Now, Steven Gerrard has obviously thrown down the gauntlet to his directors and said that he wants to be spending more money. He wants to upgrade things as well. Could this title race be settled by the transfer window?
No, I think it will go the distance, Rob. I don't. What will happen with the two of them? They'll go head to head in the window, I guess. Whoever gets the better players can get them in. But I think they'll go to the wire with it. But I agree with you on the centre backs area. It's another area where I think they maybe need to look as if they need to strengthen with it. So I think Joe Hart's come in and gave them a little bit of a boost on the calming side of it. Yeah. He looks as if he's gave the back lads a bit of a calming thing, but I'm pretty sure he still, when he want to lose the goal that he's probably losing, so he probably want a settled back four in front of him.
I think as well, Lambo, you look at the manager was able to change the front three last week. He's able to bring on Giakoumakis, James Forrest, who's coming back, having been out quite a while, and then Mikey Johnson as well. So the squad is getting thicker. He's got more options now from the bench than what he had maybe 6-7 weeks ago. But still, like yourself, I feel when new players come to the club, it gives everybody else a boost. On the training ground, it gives people a lift, Lambo, doesn't it?
Yeah, you only feel that if you feel you're in possession. If somebody comes in, you think, no, I'll have some of that because I'll see him off. That's what you need. You need that that mentality. Where
Competition, yeah.
That's exactly it. You need that if whoever comes in your team, you know, that's important. The better the player comes in, the better you'll play to stay in the side. So I'm pretty sure the manager, he knows that. You're right, you're saying about the squad. I think the squad is a lot healthier than what it was maybe 4 months ago, so 3 months ago, because they're getting the players back.
And just taking you back to an earlier comment, Paul, Kyogo or Hartson?
Oh, I'm going to say Big John. I'll take Big John. Big John done it in a big game.
Lambo, you could roll it into me and join in. You know that. Paul, I used to say to you, use me as a wall because you'll always get it back. Play off the wall.
It was a big wall that time. It was a big wall.
Kyogo can only dream of Hartson's movement around the penalty box, can't he? And one last one for you, Paul. Friday night, are you pretty confident that Scotland can get the job done and we go into that home game against Denmark Monday night knowing that we're already in the playoffs?
The only thing they have to break down is them being defensive. I think that if they can be patient with it and the crowd are patient with it, then I'm pretty sure Scotland will win. I think there's a good bit of momentum there, Rob. That you're hoping that they get that. It'll be a wee bit of a tricky tie, that, just because of the expectancy level of it. But if they can get that first goal, then it'll open them up a little bit, I think. So hopefully they can get it.
And Lambo, just to finish, mate, I know you're not working at the minute, management-wise, but any plans to go back in? Are you being patient, or are you enjoying a bit of media? What are you up to now these days?
I was over in Germany, John, watching a few teams train there. So I wasn't no long back. So I'll go back over there. I'm going to watch my old club next month to watch in one of the games at the minute. So let's enjoy. But when the time's right, I'll go back in.
Brilliant.
Good to talk to you, Paul.
Cheers, Paul.
Thanks guys.
Cheers, Lambo.
All the best.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.